Hi guys, Manny from Gourmet Takeaway. I hope you'll enjoy this gardening video, part 3. Uh, but if you like, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. And this way you'll have good ideas about cooking and gardening and so forth. Okay. Okay, here we are at our garden here. And if you remember, we rototilled this garden once about 2 weeks ago. And now we're gonna rototill it for the second time and have it ready for our vegetables. But first, let me show you what we have been doing for the past 2 weeks in our gardens, preparing our seedlings for planting. As we showed you before, this is our cool loving vegetables has been growing in our greenhouses. And now we'll show you how we're gonna start seeding the warm, hot weather crop. So here, every year, we prepare our seed index, exactly what we wanna grow in the garden for that particular year. And we determine, for example, how many trays of and how many cells for each variety of vegetables that we're growing. And after that, we get our seeds, we have them prepared, and we do make labels and make sure everything ready for us to seed. And here we prepare our trays with seeding soil. Okay, so that's how I fill up the cells here. You know what I did is before I wetted my seedling soil here a little bit. It would be easier for me to put the seeds in. I found this to be a nice way to do it, but you don't have to. So we continue filling up the cells, and then we'll show you how we seed them. Okay, here as you can see, I filled all my trays, and if you notice, I made little holes in the middle of each cell. It's about like half an inch deep. That's where I put my seeds. And that's how I do my little holes inside the cells, like that. See? And that's why the reason I wet my soil first, because it makes it easy for me to make indents, and this way I can put my seeds in it. Okay, and here I'm gonna start this tray here with my butternut squash, and so what I do is, see, like this seeding here, like it has, this is the wider part. This is supposed to be on top like that. See, that's how you plant your squashes. So I put one here, another here, another here, another here. Okay, and here, as you can see, these are tomato seeds. So I take the tomato seed, I take each seed and I put it in the cell right in the middle here and here, and you pick the good ones right here, right here. Then I'll show you after what I do after I plant, and that's how I plant all the seeds, like that. Okay, so after I put my seeds here, so what I do, I mix the soil like that to cover the seeds, like that, see? like this, like that. And I do this with all the seedling. It's the same thing with the tomatoes here, like that, like that. See, and then you cover all the seeds nicely, like that, like that. So now they're nicely covered. Okay. And after, what I do is I take one of the cells like that, and I try to push the soil down gently, though. All right, not too much, like that. See, like that, gently, gently, gently. See, nice, like that. The same thing with the tomato. So what I do is I take one of the cells like that, then I place it on top of that, and I push it a little bit like that. See, and I push it a little bit. See, that's how it is, like that. And I do this with all the seeds. Okay. Okay. So after we seed all our vegetables, we label them, and then what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna be watering them and put them in the greenhouse. So you water gently, not too much, just enough to help the seed uh, start germinating. All right. Okay, now we have our warm weather seedlings in our greenhouses here. And today is April 15th. So this way it will give us time, like about 6 weeks, until May 30th, beginning of June, for us to plant our vegetables. So, well, the warm weather vegetables are basically, tomato, cucumbers, eggplant, peppers, etc., etc. Okay, we'll keep you posted. Today is April 20th, and as you can see here, we have some of our cool weather veggies that we started on the third week of March, beginning of April. And as you can see here, they're growing beautifully, but as you can see here, each cell has maybe more than one plant on it. So we have to really do is we have to thin it like we did here. Like, see, this is here. I just thinned this to be only one because that's how they grow healthier. You don't want them to have like double or triple plants because they'll grow weak. And you know what I do is, of course, you have to keep your eye on the seedlings in the greenhouse, and you have to make sure there enough water. Like every 3-4 days, you have to water the seedlings. So this is how I thin them. Like I see what is the healthiest of them all, and like this is standing up nicely. I'll cut these here, and this is one here. We have one here, and here we have a lot. So I'll pick which one is healthier. For example, I'll keep this one, and these here, I cut them up like that. And I think I'm gonna keep this one, this nice and healthy. Okay. Okay, here now we have these cool loving vegetables in our greenhouse. They've been here for about 4 weeks, and now it's time to move them out, and we're gonna put them first in a shady place to protect them from the elements, because you cannot just move seedlings from a greenhouse and expose it to the element right away, because they'll get shocked. Okay, so after we move them from the greenhouse and put them for a few days to acclimate in a shady, protective place, then we will expose them to the elements before we start planting them. Okay, let's move them out. Here we are. We just moved our seedlings from the greenhouse, and in our case, we're putting it in our garage. We seeded these veggies the third week of March, first week of April. And so today is April 25th. So that's how they look right now. So I'll keep them here in the shade, because exposing them from the greenhouse directly to the elements and sun and wind, that will shock them and they might not do as good. So we'll keep them here for a few days until they get used to the fresh air and stuff like that. And if you are interested to know what kind of cool weather veggies we seed, you can watch our video, number 2 video, and that will give you a good idea. Now we're gonna go and prepare the garden. As you know from our previous video, we rototilled the garden once, and now we have to rototill it another time and have it ready for the veggies. Okay, let's go inside and check our warm weather seedlings that we started about a week ago. Okay, here are our warm weather vegetables that we seeded about a week ago, and here they are. They're germinating beautifully. So if you want to know about our warm weather veggies that we seed here, you can watch our video, video number 2. That'll give you a good idea. See here, these are squashes. They just germinated, and that's how they start. See, like this little one here is just jumping. See, they jump little at a time. Not all of them come together, but that's how they do it. And of course, you have to keep an eye on these, and you have to water them every 3 days, maybe 4 days, but you have to keep an eye on it. You don't want to dry out. Okay, as I said before, today is April 26th, and let's go and prepare the gardens. Okay, let's do some rototilling. Here we are. All the garden are rototilled here, as you can see. Now what we have to do, the garden is ready for planting. We have to create a map and a plan for our garden, what to plant and where to plant each variety of vegetables. So every year is different. So we're not, yeah, it'll be a good idea not to plant the same crop in the same location every year. Okay, so we're gonna draw a map and a plan, and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, hope this video was helpful, and it's easy for you if you are interested in doing some gardening. It's easy to do. All you have to do is find a nice location in your backyard, or in a suitable location, and you don't have to start big. All you have to do is start a small garden. That's what we did, and we increased it as we go along through the years. So this garden here we have is about like 20 feet wide by about 30 feet long. All you have to do is you can start with a small garden like this. Of course, you have to prepare the garden. You have to, take all the grass from the location, and you have to take all the big rocks, and you have to amend the soil a little bit with garden soil and peat moss. So this is only you have to do it once when you prepare the garden first time, and then the next year and on, it will be easier to plant your garden. The first time you're preparing a location, it's going to be a little bit work to be done to prepare the location, but it's a good idea. Gardening, it's not only fun, and you get good vegetables and stuff. It's good exercise, and believe it or not, you could lose a few pounds every year if you do gardening like a couple hours a day, or maybe an hour a day. After you prepare your garden. Okay, we'll keep you posted, and maybe we'll show you another video how we prepare the garden and how we start planting. And if you like to know more about our gardening, we did 2 videos before, part 1 and part 2. It'll be a good idea for you to watch it. We have it on our channel on YouTube, or you can get the link from our Facebook page. All right, we'll see you later.